Hey people, Infiltrator 53 Faction War. This is Estia Province and Chaos Space Marines versus the Imperial Guard. For the Blue Chaos team, we have triple Plague Marines. First up is Guardian. This is Jamon, some Black Legion, and Floid with some Death Guard Elite Scheme. These guys start off in ranged combat with the damage of a time bolt gun, can get melee weapons, some decent utility and support, can build turrets and repair, but are pretty slow. What's Guardian rocking? A custom color scheme here. For the red Imperial Guard, we have Qwest with an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee combat but can get specialized ranged gear. Alongside, Qwest is a Lord General, fights in ranged combat, begins with a retinue of stormtroopers, can add to the retinue, giving him more abilities, has really strong defense and support. And rounding off the teams is Cursecrab, hiding behind some barrels with a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fights in melee combat, begins with a refractor shield. There he goes. Gonna go and smack the Plague Champion. I think we got some Nurgle worship, we got some Heretics, we got some Chaos Space Marines, and of course we have those Sentinels. Yeah, use your cover, use your worship. Don't go mental with your Heretics like we've done right here, Jamon. A lot of the time it's just not worth sending them in, even the early fights. Plague Champion's pretty low for Floid, but backs up the worship and starts worshipping again. Surprised that the Lord Commissar's not being a bit more aggressive here. Lots of repairs for that Sentinel. The Lord General is being shot up here. Down to 70 hit points. Still has that one retinue fella, can reinforce him in the field of course. Yep, Lord Commissar still not getting involved. The CSM did drop a model. Eternal War is up on those guys. Floyd's Plague Champion getting pretty low. Here comes the Lord Commissar to do some decapping. And why not? The Heretics can't get in, they're worshipping. I don't think they're all fully in cover here, these Marines. One of them drops. Who can outlast the other? Looks like the Sentinels are just winning this fight for the Guard. Can't do enough damage to them, and I think the Guardsmen are just out of range of their bolters. They're going to be pushed back. Meanwhile, west side, it's some dead Heretics, as you'd expect, and a Plague Champion taking the VP. Heretics capping over there too. Looks like it's just kind of been abandoned by Qwest. Got some Contagions on the way. Did they get their second Guardsman squad wiped, or they just did not have any? I think they just didn't have any. I don't see any bodies anywhere, which is strange. Maybe they just avoided the fight with the Guardsmen altogether. Look at this. Through the mid, Cursecrab gets a decap. And actually a cap. I think it's going to be power bashing as well. Really good start for the Imperial Guard. They do start so strongly with those Sentinels. Havoc's up here for Floyd. Did get a second Heretic squad. And look at this. They are grabbing the red team's natural. Get some of them grenade launchers up, I say. Grenade launchers are very fun to use and effective against these blobs of Guardsmen. Can't repair when you're getting bombarded and knocked on your ass. Speaking of grenade launchers, we have some here for Chaos. Chaos 23, to be exact. There's at least 22 others. They're everywhere. Stomp on retreat, just for a little bit of damage. Oh, got a model there. Plague Champion comes all the way to the mid to get a wreck point. We do have Havocs for both of these players now. CSM taking that back. And Chaos do have that contested power on the eastern edge. Qwest comes back to the west side to take it, and Contagions are in play. Also for Cursecrab, here they are. Very versatile infantry, they can disrupt, support, and have some nasty weapons too. Power melee and shotguns. Lord General has the Carapace armor now, the stand firm. Useful against those Havocs, I guess. That's the smoke grenade from the Contagions, which reduces the damage you take. Also gives you suppression immunity, full-on immunity. Plague Champion, bilious discharge on the Contagions. Didn't hit the Inquisitor, but the suppression will. Yeah, with suppression and the slow down from the biosphere, you literally just can't move, which is pretty fun. Unless it's happening to you, I suppose. So okay, so Chaos have crept forward. They've got some worship, they've got Havocs in play. Where are Jamona's Havocs? They have been forced off. Most likely Cataclysms disrupted them, or the artillery spotters disrupted them. Lord Commissar is been very passive so far. He's got some XP though. Maybe I just haven't seen him kicking some ass. We have a Bile Spear also for Floid. And light grenades too. Jamona's gone for the Mucus Discharge. Might be able to get on the power. Now the Bile Spear was nerfed quite heavily in its ability to bash power, but it will still get the job done pretty damn well. Heretics with an aspiring champion here. Where's the second Heretic squad for Floid? No grenade launchers, eh? There's the Bilious Discharge. Late champion taking a lot of damage though. And the spotters have shut down the Havocs. Look at their range reduced by half, which is a lot. Because you lose a whole bunch of the area of the firing arc when it's reduced by half. You like lose more than half of your actually firing arc. There's some knockdowns. What was that? What was knocking those guys down? Oh, you have grenade launchers for Jamona. Looks like they are going to push back Chaos. It was a decent little foray into the Imperial Guard lines, but they held firm, the Imperial Guard, and they might get all the way back onto the power here. 439 to 447. Meanwhile, west side, a Nurgle shrine going up from Guardian. There it is. Will periodically heal nearby allies, and if you worship it, as they are, you can reinforce off it. There we go. Will also suppress enemies if they get close. Smoke grenade to protect the sentinel there. He's got his missile launchers, so we could see crack missiles to shoot down the shrine. Noise Marines get their Blast Master up for Guardian. Playing it well on this side so far, I think. He's got the suppression, he's got the Bile Spewer, got the Blast Master now. Needs to move up though, and now we have Mark of Khorne for the Havoc, so no more suppression. I think that was benefiting him quite well here. You see how it goes. Stormtroopers have their assault kit. Blast Master sets up. They're going to take down the shrine. It's a little bit close here. That was kind of a misplay. It's a little bit close to the action. Goes down. Gives you 25 red. That's not bad. Meanwhile, Chaos are protecting the power. This is a menacing Lord Commissar. Just going to be standing around behind stuff. He'll get you one day. We have another autocannon Havoc squad for Jamona. Dreadnought on the way. What about Floyd's Havocs? He's kept them with a heavy bolter for now. 439 to 432. 2 to 1 for Chaos. They're holding that west side. And the Commissar got caught by Shooty and has to run away. Eternal War. Oh, and the Marco Zinch for these Chaos Space Marines. And in fact, Chaos has lost their Sentinel. Blastmaster might get a good shot here, right on the edge of the firing arc, but makes it happen. Killed one model. Can they get another one? They haven't moved. Oh, they retreat just as it came in. Could have just moved slightly to the right, and it would have been clear of the firing arc. You cannot see the enemy's firing arc though. Here comes some Catachyons from Qwest. They're getting their Sarge, which has a melter gun, which is useful. Oh, put another shrine up. Basically exactly where the last one was. Is a bit too close. Blastmasters needs to set up in a bit. There we go. Set up in a better way. Sentinel got it done. Got the shrine down. Marco Zinc CSM now for Jamona. Kind of hang in the air while they're getting their mark. There we go. And instantly get disrupted. Not sure if Floyd has chucked that Blight Grenade yet. Also has fetid armor now. This is a good target for the Blight Grenade. If you have the energy, while you level up, you can do the Unholy Stench, and then everything's suppressed. They can't dodge the grenade. They have to take it or run away. No war gear for the Lord Commissar. He's got his power sword. Chimera from Chaos is backing away from the Dreadnought. Nice little flank here from Jamon. If only they had the Blight Grenade right there, that would have been a really good throw opportunity. Yeah, there's a lot of good damage going in on Cursecrab stuff. We have Commissars for those two Guardsman squads, up to 12 models, reinforcing 3 at a time. Ogryns charging on through and killing Floyd's Havocs there. Those guys are super heavy infantry, so they'll take lots of damage from the Marco Zinc CSM, but can shrug off regular piercing damage pretty well. Power Bash now from Jamon. Spotted the opportunity and goes for it. Might get flanked though. Here's a Chimera, and that's a creeping barrage from Chaos. Try and stop that bash. They got one generator. These guys need to try and tie up the Guardsmen. There you go, because they got plasma guns. Forces them into the Chimera. Needs to back away here, I think. Dreadnought eats a Melter, and that's a Missile Launcher Sentinel. I think it's going to be okay, maybe. Basilisk Flare coming in from the Lord Commissar. Meanwhile, west side, whole lots of stuff going on. We've got an Inferno Pistol Inquisitor who has been able to push through and grab the VP. Those are shrine placements. Really messed up Guardian, because they're like 15 power each. There's a Noxious Cloud. Oh, forces a full retreat, really? Could have just split there, I think. But I guess they're safe, and they have the VP. 426 to 398. Oberyn is getting in on the Plague Champion. There we see a Black Grenade throw. Pretty good one too. Nothing really to follow it up, but does force a retreat. And Touch of Nurgle for the Heretics. Can they get in on the Contagions? They can't. Need to run away, guys. It's so tempting to keep a squad in play that has Touch of Nurgle. But it does have an internal cooldown. It only goes off once every 3 seconds, I think. So if you lose a lot of models in quick succession, you're not going to get a bunch of Touch of Nurgle explosions. 403 to 398. Lord General with his Carapace and Sniper Rifle. Strangely split up from his retinue there. Lord Commissar is going to tie something up. We have a Mark of Corn Dreadnought all of a sudden from Floyd. 392 to 398. Been so much action in this central area. Speaks to the defensive style of Plague Champions and also of Imperial Guard in general. I did expect a little bit more aggression from the Lord Commissar, but there you see. Mistimed aggression gets you killed. I guess he's just trying to be careful, eh? But in that case, goes down. Another shrine up, a little bit further back. Should put it behind here. Big old shot blocker I put here for you, Mr. Plague Champion. Look. Not using it. 373 to 398. Plague Champion is down. Last Master now in the garrison. And misfires. Because of course it does. You have Qwest into tier 3. Chaos goes tier 3. Double Stormtroopers here for Qwest. And they're pushing. Inquisitor goes down. It did take out the shrine again. These Havocs could be in trouble. These are Jamonas yet. Tried to help out. Just gets a bunch of lasgun fire for its trouble. Sentinel taking Blastmaster shots, needs to back away. Wants to now switch to frag missiles too to combat the infantry. Still using crack, which as you can see aren't hitting the infantry very well. 343 to 398 on the VPs now. These guys are going to try and steal the power. Floyd's gone down here. Heretics got away. A late Blood Crusher from Guardian. And it could do quite well here. Here's Jamon to help out. Frag missiles now need to switch back to crack, fella. Catachon's getting awfully close. I don't want a shotgun blast. They should get the VP back now. Nice assist from Jamona. So we might see Chaos come over here. Crack missile doing some work for level 3 Sentinel. Look at the chunks coming off that Dreadnought there. Blastmaster shot is a pretty good one. Gets a model, heavy damage to the rest. And here comes Chaos for the assist. Has some Plasma Guardsmen. Has a Commissar retinue member on the Lord General. So we'll have that big old shield thing. And here's a Blood Crusher from Guardian. A demon with vehicle armor, benefits greatly from worship, but that is Jamona's worship, so it won't benefit the Blood Crusher, won't do anything for it. 319 to 388, what is this? It's an Imperial Guard push, but they've run into a Chaos Dreadnought who's pissed. Ogrin's smacking up some Chaos Space Marines. Dreadnought backs away to try and fight them. Still has that underslung bolter. And should do pretty well against the Ogrins, especially if it pops the Blood Rage. Not sure what the Ogrins are up to. Got way too close to base there. Might drop a model when they didn't need to. Can a Dreadnought get one? No, got a lot of damage in, but it was all to different models, I think. And it actually worked out really well for Cursecrab. Ogrins didn't drop a model, and they got a power bash off it. 1-to-1 cap here, 319 to 364. What is this? It's Catachun's capping. Red team are going to have both naturals at least momentarily. Baneblade on the way for Chaos. Plague Champion is level 2. Can they get on the power? Maybe they have already. Speaking of getting on the power, Chimera delivers some destruction on these power gens. Everything gets inside to avoid the grenades. And they got the finish, did those Stormtroopers. Can they get inside the Chimera? Maybe? Nope. Maybe it's full. Can only put 4 units in the transport, I think. 303 to 364. Yeah, full. All the gens went down there. Don't think they got a note though. What is this? Bunch of dead Noise Marines. Noise Marines are no more. I wonder if they got... They're so tightly clumped up there. I wonder if they got Judgment. That might have just been a frag missile hit. I don't know if the Inquisitors got back up yet from when she took down that shrine again. The Bile Spewer does some bashing. She's doing alright. Oh, Chimera, they got it. They got that Chimera. Well done, fellas. I guess the Dreadnought and the Blood Crusher, maybe? That guy super died. And here's your Baneblade. And the Leman Russ behind it, too, from Cursecrab. Another Baneblade on the way for Qwest. They need a whole lot of anti-vehicle all of a sudden. They do have some autocannons. What else they got? Blood Crusher can get in. They got the Dreadnoughts. Might need to get some Mark of Zinch from this guy. Yeah, Blood Crusher's going to die pretty fast here. Down it goes. It did okay. Dreadnought needs to get moving here. Not sure why it's not moving. Taking shots from a Baneblade, and Ogrin's got in on it. It's going to go down. Should have got it moving so much sooner. It's a big push from the Imperial Guard using that Baneblade. Noxious Cloud over here. That could be nasty. It's a global ability from the Plague Champion. You can control this thing. Try to get those kills. I believe it does heavy melee damage, so it can actually do some work to vehicles, maybe finish them off a bit. Usually used against clumps of infantry though. 290 to 320. There's a creeping barrage. Another shrine's going to go down. Jamona had a bad engagement. Does have a great unclean one, but all of a sudden, the red Imperial Guard team looking really strong. The second Baneblade is going to roll out any second now. What is this? It's Catachun's harassing some Mark of Zinch CSM. Might get onto the VP, although Angry Dreadnought is here. Hasn't leveled. Here's the second Baneblade from Qwest. They're going to have 2 on this side. Time to maybe push the mid, Chaos dudes. We do have a Land Raider Phobos from Floid, but it won't take out a Baneblade by itself. The Baneblade just has more hit points, las cannons and stuff. It'll outshoot it. This guy's pretty far forward though. We do have Marco Zinch Predator, and Jamona is going for some las cannon Havocs, which is a smart move. Not sure how well this Predator is going to do though. They still have, look at this, level 4 Sentinel with missile launcher as well. Anti-armor Stormtroopers, yeah, they need infantry I think. And that's a Vanquisher Leman Russ as well. There's the Demolisher Cannon. I like how it knocks you just like straight up with the Demolisher. Keeps things in place to be shot at. Great and Clean One ate something funny. A little bit of a accident there. Down goes the Plague Champion of Floid. Can the Chaos Space Marines push against this? Look at this. Do they have any nukes? Jamon has a nuke. Now has 2 las cannons too. There's one of them. Great and Clean One leads the charge. Soaks up a lot of damage. Phobos is getting hit by Melter. Need to shoot those guys. There you go. Look at this. They're doing a good job against this Baneblade. Need to keep moving up the las cannons, Jamona. They're doing it. They're doing it, you guys. This tank might be destroyed in a second. It lives for now. Oh, they couldn't quite push against that thing quickly enough. Las cannons, pretty effective against vehicles. Who would have thought? Ogrin's dealt with. Lehman Rush should be fine. Great and Clean One did a good job there pushing. Las Cannon Havocs now maybe from Guardian. We do have some Plague Marines from Floid who are just hanging out by this power. Need to move, fellas. There's vehicles to destroy. Lots of them. Baneblades are now being repaired up. That must be a repair bunker. Yes, it is. They also have a medical bunker over there. Yeah, lots of repairs going on. Uh-oh. Las Cannon Havocs with a shot to death. Jamona still has one, though. We have some Cursecrab from Cursecrab. No upgrade yet. Where are those Plague Marines? They're moving now. They're moving. I wonder if they'll try and push through the mid. You'd think so, right? So much stuff on the west side now. Baneblade supported by all these guardsmen and the repair bunker. Although, maybe a bit more of a central location for this repair bunker would have been better. It's not going to affect the other Baneblade from there. Lehman Russ is actually quite far up. It's not too worried about the Phobos, apparently. There's the las cannon Havocs. What did Guardian get? Yep, got a las cannon. We still have the auto cannon here as well, which will help. Maybe. Or maybe they'll just both eat a Demolisher cannon and have to run away. Where's the Great and Clean One? They really need that guy up front to take all these shots while the setup teams do their thing. That's going to got a shot there. Here comes the Phobos, and here are some Terminators from Jamona going for the auto cannon. Guardian with yet more Havocs. We have a Chaos Predator from Floid. Havocs are dropping like flies though. Need something up front to take the shots. Look at the damage on these Terminators though. Holy crap. Dirgecaster well timed. Big old fight here. Baneblades are pushing through. Pergatus from the Inquisitor. Here's the Marco Zinch Predator. Oh man, a rocket run goes in. Great and Clean One should have pushed in, maybe. It might just be too much. Oh man. Terminator's taken out by a Baneblade shot, I think. Yeah, maybe they should have pushed mid. But there's still one Terminator left. Commissar's going after him with his Fist of Brockus. And dies, but so do the Terminators. Yeah, I think that's broken. The Chaos Space Marines there. They probably should have pushed the mid. The problem would have been that the Great and Clean One and the Phobos are so slow. They're not great at swift pushes up the middle. Baneblades are pushing now. Making short work of these Chaos vehicles. Great and Clean One just waddles away. That Dreadnought is watching the VP. They do have stuff defending their own VP as well. What is it? It's a bunch of guardsmen. It's a bunch of guardsmen. 87 to 299. 2-to-1 cap for the Chaos team. This is more Terminators coming in. For the Imperial Guard team, sorry. Yeah, more Terminators for Guardian. Too little too late though, I think. Level 3 Chaos Space Marines. Towers being bashed. And they're just putting the nails in the coffin of the Chaos Space Marine team here. Is there time for one last hurrah? We have another las cannon. How many Havocs did Guardian have? I think they had 3 or 4 and they're all gone. Well supported Baneblades are pretty effective, it turns out. Kept them together. They dared the Chaos team to push the mid and they never did. Phobos needs repairs. Auto cannon up here, but they're just going to be destroyed. Still that 2-1. Chaos are fighting to the end. Did they ever drop an Abyss? I don't remember seeing one. But I do miss 80% of everything. So it's possible. Judgment up on the Great Unclean One. There's the Foul Snare. Maybe if they had 2 Great Unclean Ones, they could like soak up enough damage to get things done. They were so close to getting that Baneblade early on as well. With those las cannon hits. There's that Nurgle Vomit. But Fist of Brockus, None Shall Fall is up from the little Commissar. There's an Abyss. There's an Abyss, I think from Floid. Trying to push alongside it, but it's hard. There's a Dirge Caster. And a rocket run against the worshipping heretics. I don't think anything died there. Don't think anything died. 13 to 299. Fighting to the end. But the Imperial Guard finished so strongly. Look at the resources that Qwest has. Just can't buy anything else. I'm amazed that the Phobos has survived though. Done a lot better than I thought. And it survived to the end. Look at that. So once the Imperial Guard hit tier 3, Leman Russ and that first Baneblade coming out, Chaos were always on the back foot. Responded okay and almost got it down, but after that it was difficult to use the Havocs effectively. They just got pushed against. There was nothing in front to soak damage or distract or like jump in and do stuff. It's tough. Level 3 Plague Champion for Guardian. We had level 6 for Jamon. Mucus Discharge and Armor of Pestilence. Floid got level 4. We had a level 6 Inquisitor. She had her Servo Skull and that Purgatus at the end that we saw. Level 9 Lord General. Did some work. And had a Sniper Rifle at the end. And a level 5 Lord Commissar. Menacingly hiding behind things, but ended up with the Fist of Brockus and leading the line. There you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Big thanks to the players for taking part. And of course, Impregnable for organising things. I'll see you next time.